Welcome into the wire. Since Marshall's out of town, we brought a special guest in. It's Coach Carrigan from the UTPB Falcons football team. Coach, glad to have you back on. Are you ready to answer some questions? 3 of them talking all football. You ready?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, let's get it started. Craig.
All right, gentlemen, let's begin starting off talking UTPB football. After a week of fall ball, what have you taken away from the Falcons?
Well, Coach, I'm not going to lie. I was there Monday at the crack of dawn, 6 a.m. for the starter practice, but that was the only practice I was at so far this week. So I'm going to hand over the rock to you. What have you learned the most? I know it's been only a week, but what have you learned so far about your program?
I'd say the most exciting thing with what's going on right now is just the intensity that the guys move around, the speed they fly around at, and the passion that they're playing the game with.
Yeah.
It's exciting to be around.
Oh, I bet. And then the crazy thing is it's just starting something from the ground up. Got so many guys, expectations not quite there yet. They're there, but at the same time, you're finding out the strengths, weaknesses. What can you say, I guess, strength-wise that you kind of like about it? Like, okay, this is going in a positive direction. I can build upon this.
Well, I think at every position we have a lot of strengths going on right now, and it's hard to say because we haven't put the pads on yet. But we're unbelievably fired up with our guys in the trenches. I think we have some great size, great athleticism, and then as we move out from the O-line and the D-line, we have great speed and great size on the perimeter as well.
While you just hit on it, let's let everyone know, when do the pads officially come on?
Our intentions are to go shoulder pads in the morning.
Okay.
We got to make sure that everybody's mouthpiece is fitted up and ready to go, and that we got them all protected. And if so, we'll be banging around a little bit in the morning.
So tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Monday, UTPB's pads are on?
Yes, sir.
Excellent stuff. Good times ahead.
Up in the FBS ranks, who in your eyes, outside the top 10 in the preseason AP polls, do you think can make the biggest push into the college playoffs?
Coach, I'm going to stay in the Big 12. I know everyone's thinking either Baylor or TCU, and yeah, they might definitely have their case to making the playoffs, but I'm going to go Oklahoma. They finally have a quarterback now who actually ended up beating Trevor Knight, who I know a little well about. Baker Mayfield, Texas Tech former guy, had to sit a year out. He had that whole ordeal transferring. Well, guess what? He ended up transferring after all, ended up winning the quarterback spot. Something's going right. He has a little bit of better, I guess, recruits to throw from when you consider Texas Tech to OU. I think this is what they finally needed to potentially get over the hump. Then again, Big 12 defenses, it's kind of hard to stop these offenses. But if they can, and if the offense scores more, obviously, Oklahoma has a good shot. Who are you thinking?
Yeah, and it's hard to disagree with you. I think with Lincoln Riley coming in as a new offensive coordinator at OU and Baker Mayfield at the quarterback, I think they have a great chance. Personally, I think Arizona State,
Sun Devils,
winning 10 games last year and bringing back a lot of those same players, has a great chance to compete to get up there in that playoffs.
Yeah, Arizona State, the Pac-12 keeps growing, getting more acclaim. It's more than just Oregon now, as we all know. Who knows what's going to happen, though, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We're looking forward to it.
And finally, what's your thought on Dallas's running back situation heading into the final week of the preseason?
Coach, this week, last night, I guess, we kind of saw potentially someone break out of the pack. Darren McFadden? Maybe. But then again, I feel like it's going to go by committee. Nothing as much is going to change. I feel like for any position, even including running back, if you're in such a tight-knit position battle, you're going to play one of them until one of those players shows that they can break out. So until one of them goes over the century mark, I think we're just going to be getting carries. Is that the case? Is that true for you? Whenever you're in a tight position battle, do you normally go with each of these players until one breaks out?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that is what we're going to see here. And then I would assume Darren McFadden's probably going to get the start going into week 1. In his past, injuries have kind of held him back a little bit. It'll be interesting to see how he does and how Lance Dunbar and some of the other guys that they decide to keep on as they get close to the final cuts and see how they do.
And who knows? I mean, we might not even have the starting running back on the roster right now. He could be unemployed.
Very well true. And another thing that always happens in the NFL is a lot of times a no-name running back per se kind of pops up. And there's a great opportunity, I think, for that with the Dallas Cowboys and such a stellar offensive line. Anybody with some ability and talent, I think, can get back there and kind of make a name for themselves.
And one name that I wouldn't be surprised about Jerry Jones hiring, Ray Rice. I mean, he's got a lot of tread on the tires, but yet and still, he gets it done. Behind that O-line, I think me and you can run for 4 yards a carry, Coach.
Yeah, you'd like to say with some of the character issues in the past, maybe he won't do it, but he's already kind of proven that he'll take that chance. So
exactly.
I don't think it's what they need to be a Super Bowl contender. I think they got some guys that can do it, but we'll see.
We're in Jerry's world, that's for sure.
All right, guys, thanks. We'll see you back here next week.
Gregory, thank you very much for our questions. Coach, great having you on again.
Matthew, I appreciate it. Thank
Pads
you.
going on. We're excited for that. The steps that are coming for next September 2016.
Yes, sir. Long ways away, but it's going to get here fast.
It'll come sooner than you know. Thanks again, Coach. We're going to
Thank
take
you.
a quick break. We'll return with The Wire coming up soon.